meeting to order. I'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Sean, if you could please. I'm going to call the meeting to order, and then the district mission statement. We are here, our primary reason is promoting lifelong learners through real world experiences, focusing on academic excellence, successful staff, resource management, and community relations. Now, would you please call a roll and establish a quorum?
Nelson.
Here.
Holtz.
Here.
Rip Hagan.
Here.
Boyd. Here. Davenbeck.
Here. All right.
I will make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second it. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Boyd.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Holtz.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Davenbeck.
Aye. All right. Open forum at this time. Is there anyone here who would like to speak for open forum? Seeing none, we will move on to our consent items. Any questions, comments, further discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent items as presented.
I'll second that. We have a motion in a second.
Nelson. Aye. Holtz.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Davenbeck.
Aye. No old business, so we will move on to reports and correspondence.
Yeah,
Your
just a few things to share. So we had our new teacher orientation on Monday. So we have 10 new teachers that we're welcoming to Greene County for 26-27. So we did a lot of work there of just kind of introducing them to what we are, what we do, and how they'll be kind of coached and supported. And then I believe they did day 2 today. So yeah, that's what I said. Yes, true today. It was yesterday. Good catch. Thanks. Yeah, so really excited about them coming back. Just as a reminder, first day of school is Monday, August 24th for all K-12 kids, and then we'll welcome our PK 3ers and 4ers back on the 26th and 27th. And then as always, we're going to be doing our welcome back celebration for all staff on Friday, August 21st. Information will be going out to all staff on Friday. So still encouraging any and all businesses if they want to participate and be present and come hang out with us for a little bit. So we'll be up some fun and get the year started. So we'll still be doing like the breakfast, like the kind of the vendor fair, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, looking forward to that. So I'm not going to go into like facilities updates this time around. Those are all on track. So excited for the preschool playground. It's real close. That's the only one I'll talk about.
And it will be done before school starts.
That is the plan.
Yes.
There's no 1.5 foot drop off anymore. So all right.
All right.
That's it for me.
Board committee reports. In summer, it's kind of quiet. All right, and we will move on to administrative links. Any questions, comments?
I had a couple questions for Mrs. Shannon, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to know the first thing you had on there about getting feedback from high school students on their experience and stuff like that. Is there any other details you can share, like how that went, the process for that?
Yeah, so in the spring, this is actually something the middle school did, and we kind of jumped on the bandwagon of having these focus groups. So our building leadership team kind of talked about what information would we really like to get and capture from our students. And so we selected 4 different areas that we asked questions about: school culture, school pride, things like engagement, what kind of instructional practices make them feel most engaged when they learn the best. Involvement in extracurricular activities was another area that we talked to them about. And then accountability and expectations, like how consistent across our building are expectations and students held accountable. So We selected about 10 students from each grade level, and they were balanced male, female. There was a variety of students from ELL, like English language learners, some IEP, 504 representations, kids that were really involved in things, kids that were not as involved. So we really had a good cross-section of our population. I did not sit in on those because we wanted them to be honest, and we didn't want them to be jaded by having the principal sitting there. So Tiffany Hogestrat and our instructional coach, Wendy Vanderlinden, sat in on those. And there was a lot of really great information shared, super honest, and I feel like we kind of synthesized. Wendy did all the typing. She was just typing, just trying to document all of it, and then we synthesized it, and we'll be sharing that out. Our building leadership team has gone over all of that we captured. We'll be sharing that out with teachers in the fall. We did it late enough in the year, it was kind of running out of time to act on it, but we do know that in order for it to be really valuable, the students have to know that we're doing something with the information. So that will come into effect here this year. We're planning to do it twice this year, once school gets underway a little while, and then again in second semester as well. So.
Thank you. I just think, that's seems like a good thing to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to keep doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I had another question, didn't I? Oh, the coaching cycle for year 2 teachers. I just
Yeah.
don't know anything about that.
Yeah,
but-
so coaching cycles are something that the district required years prior, several years ago. And we kind of shifted away from that. It was a district decision to not have instructional coaches do required coaching cycles. They're always available. Like they're always, teachers are, able to access our instructional coaches to determine anything they might want to work on. Wendy, my instructional coach and teachers, when I did those, I don't remember at the end in May, I did exit conversations with every teacher. And I just asked them, is there anything else you'd like me to know? I had some questions. And it came up a handful of times that they missed coaching cycles, because even though they knew they could still do it, if it's not something that you have to do, life just fills up. And everything gets put on the back burner, and then pretty soon those things that would be really good and that you would benefit from and the students would benefit from, it just doesn't always happen because there's not time in the day sometimes. And so in talking with Wendy, she really was missing the coaching cycles. So we're going to start having anyone on year 2 of a 3-year cycle for evaluation. Year 2 will have a coaching cycle with Wendy. So it's not the whole staff, and she'll still be able to do all of her mentoring responsibilities and just give away another opportunity for our staff to keep learning and growing so that our students continue to learn and grow.
How does that relate to the other buildings?
Well, I
I
shared,
mean, not you, what are the other buildings doing?
Yeah,
I
or
shared
maybe
my
that's what
idea,
you're gonna say.
and so they're also going to
Got ya.
start. doing
That's
that.
got our brains rolling a little bit. And at the elementary, we've had similar conversations like Karen has with our teachers that were a part of coaching cycles, and they've said, we would love for that too. We really find a lot of value in those coaching cycles with working super closely with our instructional coach and focusing on student data. It's student-centered, so how do the students achieve, and then how do you change always based on their data and their performance, and what does the teacher need to do? So I spoke with our coaches about that also. And it's a numbers game kind of, with how many new staff do you have, because all of our year 2s will, our second year's teachers to the district will all participate in that. So, and then how many people are in that career to teacher category? I have 2 instructional coaches, so it's going to be, there is opportunity for more teachers than just the career 2 teachers to participate. And they always can, it's an option for them. So that's where our conversations are going now. Like, we could offer it to many at the elementary potentially, so.
Good deal.
What are the changes in the high school and middle school social studies standards?
To be quite honest, I don't have them all committed to memory. Yes, I do know that there's some significant shifts that they're gonna be working towards. They actually have a meeting next week for 5/12. They're meeting with Tiffany and going through some of that. Structurally, as far as our class offerings, we're not gonna see any major changes. And the teachers really haven't had a lot of time to look at them yet either, because at first they came out January, we're gonna have these change, and then we had to put on the brakes because there was some legislation that wasn't passing them through. And then we found out in the spring that, okay, yes, we are gonna use these that were presented in January. So our teachers haven't had a good amount of time to go through them. But we're working on that and making sure that as a district that the scope and sequence makes sense, and that we're making sure that the biggest change, Tiffany, correct me if I'm wrong, is they really tell you what are your essential standards. So what we talk in the education world, essential standards are the things that we want all kids to make sure that they know. We'll teach everything, but those are the ones that are kind of the die in the hill. The social standards are there, you must teach this, like there's no gray area of those. So that was one change.
So are there significant changes to the curriculum itself then, rather than how it's started?
I would say not significant shifts at all. It's more about when is it off, when is the content covered? Is it covered in this grade or that grade? Those are the more of the shifts, and why we're having that 5/12 meeting here next week, or is it this? Yeah, next week, to go through that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other thoughts, questions? No? All right, then we'll go ahead. Anything else for the greater good? All right. School permits. Mr. Rabbits.
All right. Well, being as that I had one driver that I experienced on the roadway on the way here, I feel very confident. Hey, you kept it between the lines. You made it here. Your mom's blood pressure came down. Life's good. Okay. So there should be 3 of you, right? Four. Oh, 4. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to have each of you do is you can stand or sit, doesn't really matter where you are. Say your name, where you're from, approximately how far you live away from the school district or school building, and why you need a permit. Okay, and then I'm going to go through just a highlight of a couple of reminders for you, and then after we do all that, the board will approve I'm assuming we'll approve you, and then you can come up and we'll put our Herbie Hancock on it, and we'll let you guys stay for the rest of the meeting. Okay, so who's starting?
Sedona.
Okay.
Yeah, stand up.
Stand or sit, it's up to you. Or you could come sit in the new chair. So standing might be all right.
You're good.
So, could you remind her what she needs to
Yep, so name, where you're from, how far away you live from the school, and why you need a permit.
name?
Oh. Sedona Stevens,
How far you live from this?
like,
About 1.25 miles and also 13 miles. or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm from here.
Okay.
And I need a permit because I have a lot of activities such as cross-country, track, jazz band, band and choir concerts, and marching band. And it's not like I always have a ride to those places. So it'd be nice if I could drive myself there.
Julia. Gwen.
I'm Gwendolyn Hooper. A mile and a quarter. Why do you need?
Why do you need a permit?
I need a permit because I have after school activities, such like band and choir stuff, marching band, jazz band, and also just driving to school in general because my mom tends to work out of state and she sometimes is not able to drive us places.
Sure.
And it'd be great if I could be responsible enough to drive myself to places and not having to rely on my parents and siblings.
Gabe?
My name is Gabe Gersma. I live about 2 miles away from the Greene County High School. And the reason I want a permit is so my parents don't have to wake up in the morning for my AP. And so I don't have to rely on them to be on time for
Okay, so here's the thing.
Truth comes out.
You don't just be the bus driver. Okay. We'll depend on that one. Landon.
I'm Landon Gain, I live in Grand Junction, about 7 miles away. And I want my school permit so I can get to a football practice.
Do your parents currently get you on time there?
Don't answer.
Okay, just a few quick reminders for you guys. So the license is for work, school, or farm-related employment within a 25-mile radius of your home address. You have to go straight to and from your designated location. If you need to stop and get gas, use the most direct route. If you are allowed to be on the road 1 hour before and 1 hour after your designated activity. So for example, if you have weights and they're at 6 a.m., you can be on the road at 5 a.m. If you get back from a late football game and you guys don't get home until 10:30, you have until 11:30 to get home. You can only transport one minor passenger and they have to be in seat belts just like you. And they must already be at the location where you're leaving from. So your house, school parking lot, etc. You cannot go back and pick them up. Obviously, you cannot use a cell phone or any personal electronic device of any kind. I believe it's a $175 fine on top of that. So just so you're aware. So the last thing is you are responsible for knowing and understanding all of the laws as they pertain to driving. Just the highlights that I've given here are not all of them. I mean, obviously there's plenty more, right? So driving and your permit is a privilege and you have to treat it like it is. If you have any issues, you get any tickets, pulled over or anything like that, you could lose your license for up to 3 months and may not be eligible until you turn 16 to get it again. So
And then talk to your parents.
and then
See how it goes.
you'll just constantly be late to wait. And that's not good. Okay, board, you guys can do your thing.
I'll make a motion to approve the student driver permits as presented.
I'll second. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Boyd,
Aye.
Repagan,
Aye.
Holtz,
Aye.
Nelson, Davendeck.
Aye. All right, if you want to come up, I will sign your paperwork. And then you are free to go unless you'd like to listen to the rest of the meeting.
Should be like you free to stay.
You are free to stay. Let's see.
You could start not signing the forms until the end of the meeting.
Or we could always move student driving permits to be the last agenda item.
Here, you can grab another one.
Just 10 to buddy. Just steer. It's fine. The van will go in a straight line for the most part.
Is that your handwriting? Oh, that's real nice. You need to teach Jameson.
We have chicken scratch.
Not bad. There's a couple ones that we didn't.
Mine got worse after I got out of high school, so just went. Actually, college was okay because I did a lot of writing in college, and then it just went down.
I did a writing
Enjoy your beautiful sleep.
for
I mean it, I'm.
special
that is
figure
sincere.
that appears.
I landed from my head.
And it's like, I like wrote it and like written that much in so long, I'm like, my hands a little tired, I'm like, this is kind of embarrassing.
Like, sucks, yeah.
It was like, I was using like a marker on like
Yeah, we're looking.
I was like, all right, okay.
We did the facilities meetings that we did, and we had to write stuff up for them.
Oh, yes.
Someone was gonna nominate me, so like, you don't know, like, that's, I think you and Chris ended up writing or something, like, that's, nope.
I start to go back and forth between paramedical terminology and
Thanks, Jen.
writing.
All right, fundraiser request, I refresh the screen, we don't have any side of your statement. All right, we'll move on to the 26-27 bus driver handbook.
Yep, so largely it's the same as it's always been. We adjusted the hourly rates to match with the new agreement that we had with the bus drivers union. We also added items E, F, and G. It's under Article 1, hours and work, at the request of our transportation director. Sorry, I was gonna say Sean's in the room, but whoa, Sean DeMoss. It's just that the drivers are expected to adhere to the employee handbook, which we have as to govern all employees. They're expected to maintain clean and orderly vehicle, and then and also regarding their own personal care and hygiene, that's also in there. And then that drivers are expected to immediately report any and all issues, concerns about their vehicle. So just I wanted to just be very clear on those 3 items. I know they had their bus driver meeting and they discussed those as well. So, but by and large, it's no different than it's other than.
I'll move to approve the 26-27 bus driver handbook as presented.
I will second that.
We have a motion in a second, please call the roll.
Nelson.
Aye.
Holtz.
Aye.
Ripphagen.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Davendek.
Aye. All right, it is here. We are going to set a public hearing for Landuska Field Project.
Yeah, so this is just, it's another step in the process, or the RFP process. So we do have to hold a public hearing. In the meantime, like as soon as we do set a public hearing, information will start going out for bids based on the scope of the project that we've been involved with and had several conversations, Katie and Tim anyway, on. So public hearing will just be during our regular board meeting, same location, same time, everything. It'll just be one of our agenda items. So, and then there we'll review bids and if needed, and take any public comment on them, and then that's when we'll be looking to approve bids. It'll be on September 9th. So
I'm excited.
it's about time.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Any questions before I read off the book? I'm trying to debate whether I should call it a book or not. It's not a book. I will make a motion to set public hearing for 5:15 p.m. local time on September 9, 2026, as provided under Section 73A of the Code of Iowa for the purpose of hearing or receiving any objections to the adoption of the proposed drawings, specifications, form of contract, and proposed costs for the furnishing of all necessary labor, material, and equipment for the Landuska ticketing and restroom project. Great.
Excellent.
I did go to school.
I'll second that.
I can read. I might
I
need
got
it
a
actually.
motion, second by Connie.
Okay.
Please call the roll.
Okay. Boyd.
Aye.
Ripphagen.
Aye.
Holtz.
Aye.
Nelson. Aye. Davendek.
Aye. All right, our level 1 investigator
It's me.
appointment. It's Mr. Abbott's. If someone would like to make a motion to appoint him, that would be excellent.
I'll make a motion to approve Mr. Brett Abbott's as our level 1 investigator.
I'll second that. A motion and a second by Megan. Please call the roll.
Boyd.
Aye.
Ripphagen.
Aye.
Holtz.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Davendek.
Aye. All right, our first reading of board policies 503, 11, 11A, and 11B.
Yep, so these are all required policies that follow Senate File 2428. So, which all has to do around the removal of students and how we are dealing with disruptive behavior. It was a big piece of that came out in legislation. So the policies that you'll see here are a copy of the model policies from the Iowa Association of School Boards, or IASB. There should be some pieces in there that will still have like other information that we needed to add. What we wanted to do first was we had a pretty extensive conversation as an admin team about what this looks like. We looked at what other school districts have put out in terms of communication and the different forms and processes that they've got. And so one of the things that I felt was important as a first step was let's get a first read of the policy. Probably by September 9th, we may or may not have to, do this, which would give us a chance to then kind of fill in the blanks basically on and around the model that IASB has provided. So if this isn't, what you'll see here, it'll change, not substantially, but it'll change just with more details being added to it. So the first policy, as always, is just the first one, 50311, is just the policy in and of itself, and it's going to have all your codes and all that. And then the A and B are going to be your procedures on how to proceed with basically general education students and then students with IEPs, because those students do have follow a little bit different rules, essentially just as under IDEA. So it gets a little, I'm not gonna say tricky, but there's just some more nuance to it as when we look at removals from classrooms with those kids. So there'll be more information getting added to these, but it's a first read, and if there's questions or discussion or anything that you want to have, I think this would be obviously a great time to have it.
I will make a motion to approve the first reading of board policies 503.11 A and B.
I'll second. One motion and a second, please call the roll.
Nelson.
Aye.
Holtz. Aye. Verhagen.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Davendeck.
Aye. All right, board policies 503 to 503.6D.
Connie brought up to me a point on 503.3A that under section D under appeals, it says that they could write to the superintendent at 204 West Madison. They're more than welcome to send it there if they would like. They'll just maybe throw it on the lawn, I guess. But anyway, that address obviously needs to change to 101 Ram Drive.
Nice job, Connie.
I think that was the only place that. I think that's the only place where that appeared, so.
Yeah.
It's always fun when you get the spam emails of like, we can do solar at your 204 West Madison. I'm like, oh yeah? Come show me. Anyway. All right. Yeah, I think by and large, I think that was it. So.
Discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve board policy review 503 to 503.6D.
I'll second. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Boyd.
Aye.
Verhagen.
Aye.
Holtz.
Aye.
Nelson. Davendeck.
Aye. And I will adjourn our meeting. Thank you for coming.